Silly. Okay, Officer Gomez is he here?
Yeah, he's right there.
Okay. Yes? Okay. Okay, Jacob Vardakis, if you could work your way into the courtroom, please. Yes, right behind this gray podium, please, sir. Can I have your name and date of birth?
Jacob Vardakis, July 10th, 2000.
Thank you very much. And say it again for me, Vardakis?
Vardakis.
Vardakis. Okay, thank you, Mr. Vardakis. Appearance of counsel for the state, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Brooke Gaunt on behalf of the state.
Thank you, Ms. Gaunt. Welcome. Thanks for being here this afternoon. Okay, Mr. Vardakis, you are here on allegations of new charges. The allegations against you are 1 count of child sex trafficking, that is a Class 2 felony, 1 count of attempted sexual conduct with a minor, and 1 count of attempted sexual exploitation of a minor. Those last 2 are Class 3 felonies. I am inclined, based on my reading of the information provided to me by law enforcement, to find probable cause to support these allegations. Before I officially make that finding, any additional information or supplementation the state wishes the court to consider in regards to probable cause?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Gaunt. I am finding probable cause to support those allegations. Mr. Vardakis, I have appointed a lawyer to defend you against these allegations. You have the right to proceed in this case with any lawyer of your choosing, so if you do not wish to proceed with a public defender, you do have the right to hire private counsel if you wish to. If you do not wish to hire private counsel, you are entitled to a lawyer and a public defender will represent you. Your next court hearings will be a status conference January 30th, and then you will have a preliminary hearing February 3rd. Both of those hearings will be at 8:30 in the morning in the Superior Court downtown. Before I consider or impose any release conditions, can I please have the recommendation and or argument of the state?
Thank you, Your Honor. The state's asking for a $75,000 cash-only bond, and if Mr. Vardakis is able to post that, we'd ask for electronic monitoring as is required by statute, no contact with any minors, and no internet use. Those recommendations are based on the nature of the charges. We do note that Mr. Vardakis doesn't appear to have any criminal history. However, these are very serious and concerning charges. He allegedly made arrangements with what he believed to be a 14-year-old girl to engage in sex acts and take a video of the sex acts in exchange for money. Given those facts, the state is concerned that he's a danger to the community. Additionally, we'd make a motion to seal the Form 4 because it's part of an ongoing law enforcement operation.
Okay. I hear the state's motion to seal the Form 4 based on the fact that this case is ongoing. I will grant that motion. The Form 4 will hereby be sealed. Okay, in terms of release conditions, Mr. Vardakis, I do note and have reviewed your criminal history, which, as Ms. Gaunt indicated, does not show that you have a history of criminal acts in the state of Arizona or elsewhere, as far as I can tell. I also note that you don't have any instances of failing to appear at court hearings. That being said, these are incredibly serious charges that both the state and the criminal justice system take very seriously. Based on the nature of the offenses against you, I do find that you pose a general risk of harm, especially to minors in the community. Based on that, I am imposing a $50,000 cash-only bond. If that bond is posted, Arizona law does require that you be affixed with an ankle monitor prior to your physical release from custody. If you post that bond and you are released from custody, you cannot have contact with any minors. You are also prohibited from accessing the internet through electronic means with 2 exceptions. You are permitted to access the internet for any valid school or work purposes if you are enrolled in school or your work or employment requires you to access the internet. You are also prohibited from possessing any drugs without a valid prescription if you're released from custody. Anything else on this matter I need to address, Ms. Gaunt?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Vardakis, do you understand these conditions?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. You can step back to your left and Officer Gomez will bring you your paperwork. Ms. Gaunt, I have 2 house calls to read. You're free to stay. You're also free to be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, number 29 on the calendar, Christopher Caldwell, date of birth 12/16/88, is not in the courtroom because he was unable to function in general population. He is here on a bench warrant issued by the Superior Court when he failed to appear at a status conference in an existing felony drug case. He already has a lawyer. His next hearings will be a status conference January 30th and then a preliminary hearing February 3rd, both at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown, and he has a $500 secured appearance bond on that warrant. Last on the calendar, number 23, Kyle Arthur Thompson, date of birth 4/19/73, is not in the courtroom because he was unable to function in general population due to aggressive or combative behavior. He is here on a warrant issued by the Santan Justice Court for failing to appear in a case involving misdemeanor criminal trespassing allegations. Because the allegations in that case are misdemeanor offenses, he does not qualify for a court-appointed lawyer. His next court hearing will be an arraignment hearing February 11th at 9 o'clock in the Santan Justice Court, and I am releasing him on his own recognizance. If anything changes after I visit these individuals cell side, I will come back in and update this recording. Otherwise, this court will stand in recess until 5 p.m.
Man, I just walked in at the tail end of that. That was crazy. Hey, anyhow,